Hello, it's Jacqueline Douglas here. The focus in this session is on large classes. Do you teach large classes? I mean, students of 40 or 50 or more in a group?
I want to ask you, what is difficult? Here is what other teachers have said. Which of these on the next slide do you agree with? Are any of these similar to your experience? We can help you to manage the class in English. We can give you the language to use in classes and inspiration and ideas for when you have lots of students in one group. There's one main task for this video on large classes, and it's this: a dictogloss. It's similar to a when I speak, you write. But unlike a dictation, you write what you choose, the most important things that you will want to keep for the future. I might talk about 2 ideas. If you think one idea is interesting and important, you write that in your notes. But if you think both ideas are important, you can write them both. Then keep your notes for your WhatsApp task at the end of the session. Let's begin at the beginning. Learning 40 or 50 names is not easy for any teacher, and you might introduce a game to help you and give your students practice in English at the same time. Here's a simple name game that you could use with any class, any level, any age. I am and I love. For example, I'm Jacqueline and I love football. Maybe you use another game, maybe in Portuguese. Maybe you have another way to remember students' names. Could you use that game in English? We could help you translate and practice it. Now, the next idea is how you get students' attention, and my colleague Tom will talk about that.
Getting students' attention. When you want to give instructions or feedback and your students are busy working, or maybe they're all talking so the classroom is chaotic and noisy, what can you do? If you shout, the students will usually get louder. So what else can we try? Here are 3 ideas. Which do you like? First, you can teach students a gesture that asks for silence and their attention. Second, you could switch off the light. They will go quiet for a second and then you can speak. Third, RSPA. This means that you clap and raise a hand. The students see this and one by one raise their hands and stop talking and pass the message around the classroom until everyone is quiet and you have everyone's attention.
Next, we talk about giving instructions in a large class. Lizzie's session gave you ideas for doing this in English, so you will remember your language should be simple and clear. And also remember, we've talked about being formulaic, so using the same language for the same thing. Here are 3 more tips, especially for large classes. First, the task should be concrete, specific, like this example with 3 ideas. Then, speaking tasks should have some kind of automatic need to communicate, as in this example. Then, you might also give student an information gap. This has an integral, automatic need to communicate, where student A has the answers that student B needs, and the other way around as well. Finally, the third idea I have for you is to train your students to look at a card that you hold up with the time on it. So you tell them what to do and you show them how many minutes they have to do that. The next focus is, after a task, in the feedback, how you choose who will answer. How do you nominate? When you have 50 students, how can you try to include more than just a few? You don't want just the most confident all the time, so how to give quiet ones a chance? Here are 3 ideas. The first one, give each student in a group a number. So maybe then you can say number 1s will answer question 1, number 2s question 2, and so on. If you give each table a number, then you can organise groups so that table 1 is always top left in your classroom, table 2 is centre, etc. Like this diagram shows. Or you could use the colours. So your red table answers question 1 and so on. Or maybe you can use the animals so that the llama group answers question 1. So you know and they know who they are. We're making good progress in our session, and now it's time to move on to how you manage group work in a large class. Look at the summary document for block 3 now.